guys, Laura here. I'm here today to do a review of the second book in the Illuminae series, Gemina, by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I really loved Illuminae, and I was so excited to start this book, and this book really did not disappoint. I am not going to talk plot, but this book, as I have said before with Illuminae, it's one of those types of stories that really captures you because there really isn't a narrative. It's just like you get the story through various means, like written written documents, emails, you have someone transcribing video footage. It's just such a cool way to get a story. And it's basically like a space odyssey. That's what it is. And you meet these two characters. Last book in Illuminate, you met these two characters and they were on the Alexander and the Hemnal, and that was Katie and Ezra. And now these two things are going towards this space station where Caddy's dad is actually still on. So you meet these characters. You meet Hannah and you meet Nick. And they have kind of a interesting story when you start because they're not really like friends. He's kind of her drug dealer, basically, is what he is. But an unexpected turn of events turns their spaceship into like a disaster area, and it is so interesting to read it through their perspectives and see what goes on. Also, in addition to this story, in addition to Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, there was also, I'm going to try to find one because I thought it was really pretty. There's also Mary Lou, and she writes the Legend series, and she does all the illustrations in this because Hannah is a visual artist. And there is kind of, it's not really a spoiler, but like there's her diary in this thing. There's a special effect with the diary that you see throughout it, and you don't really know how this happened until the end. But it was something that kept me so. Basically, the diary is shot. Like there's a bullet hole through this diary, and it's covered in blood. And they do that special effect really cool in this thing. And it gets to the end, you realize, oh shit, like oh crap, that's like how this happened, which I thought that was so cool because it's such a long reveal. This book is also really long, but it doesn't feel long at all. And I will admit, this book really did shock me because I really thought this book was going to be very predictable or go very predictable to how the first book went, but it didn't. It turns itself straight on its head, and I cannot wait for book 3 because we get to meet another set of characters, and also we're going to be on the Kariza, which is where they're all going. I really love this book. I love any type of book that has like a unique format to read. And again, I always say this, and I've actually heard listening to it is actually a really unique experience because there's a bunch of different voices. But I recommend you at least read it first. For the first time, you read it as like a book, and then maybe you listen to the audiobook. But I really enjoy this series. And I've seen them talk about this book series, Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, a bunch of times. Their humor really penetrates these characters, and I think that in a story that it is like so heavy, and it's such a heavy story to be telling, that it's really still really funny, and I think that that's part of the reason why I really enjoyed the story. But sometimes space, especially towards the end, sometimes this space stuff becomes a little bit complicated if you're not like a science person. But I think that they do a very good way of addressing it in a way that they're not talking down to you, but they're also like explaining it so you can get it. The last half of the book definitely was a twist that I didn't see coming. I didn't expect them to do that. So if you want like kind of a unique read, I would highly recommend you read Illuminae. And if you haven't picked up Gemina, I highly recommend you read it. It's just such a unique way to read a book, and I am so excited for book 3. But these are my basic. If you guys want like a plot discussion, just comment below and I'll do it. I just didn't want to spoil anyone if you guys just wanted to know. Again, the books are great. Be sure to check them out. But if you guys want me to talk spoilers, just comment below and I'll be happy to do it. But I'll talk to you guys later.